Alright, what's going on everyone? Welcome to today's video. If you're new here, my name's Ben Richardson. I'm a personal trainer. I'm also a chemical engineer. And today I'm going to talk about the best macros for weight loss. Now, if you're new here, I do want you to go ahead and subscribe to my channel because my channel is going to teach you how to live a healthy and sustainable life through things like nutrition, fitness, and lifestyle decisions that you make in general. So go ahead and subscribe if you're interested and turn the notifications on as well so that you don't miss out on any of my latest content. So by the time you're finished watching this video, you'll have all the tools that you'll need to start adhering to a proper nutrition protocol to lose weight, what the best macronutrient split is for you to lose weight, and I'm also going to talk a little bit about calories as well, so let's go ahead and get into it. So the best macro ratio for weight loss, straight up, is you need a balance of all three: fats, carbs, and protein. And that probably doesn't surprise you too much, but I'm going to talk about specific numbers because here's one mistake that a lot of people make. They'll download an app like myfitnesspal and they'll set up their, okay, this is how much I weigh, this is my gender, this is my age and whatnot, and the app takes all that information and it tells you how many calories you should eat, and it tells you what your macronutrient split should be if you want to lose weight, so many pounds per week, also based on your activity. But guess what? All of those app recommendations suck. So let's say you want to lose 2 pounds a week because you want to make results as quickly as you can. The app is probably going to recommend that you eat 1,200 calories a day, low carb and high protein and whatnot. It's just going to give you terrible recommendations. The reason those are bad recommendations is because you don't want to think about weight loss in terms of 1 month, 2 months from now. You want to think about it in terms of where am I going to be a year from now? What can I stick to that is I'm still going to be following this a whole year from now? It really is a lifestyle change. And again, that's probably not news to you. But here's your action plan straight up. You can download myfitnesspal. I use myfitnesspal all the time. I love that app. It's free to use. You don't need premium or anything for that to lose weight. So download myfitnesspal. When you punch all your information in, ignore all of that. Go to your settings where you can choose your own calories and your own macros. Eat anywhere from 1,800 to 2,100 calories per day. So set that up, and a pretty good macronutrient ratio that I recommend is 30% protein, 45% carbs, and 25% fat. I think all that adds up to 100, I'm pretty sure. That's my general recommendation. But the important takeaway is you need a balance of all three. It's not super low protein, it's not super low fat, it's certainly not super low carbs, and that's where a lot of people go wrong too. If you're working out and you're training, you need carbs. The worst thing you can do is to do a ton of cardio, to hit the gym every single day and restrict your carbs. You need carbs if you're training. You need carbs for energy. You need carbs for hormone regulation. Carbs do not make you fat. And like within the past decade or so, carbs have really been demonized. Nutrition content out there, it's kind of all over the place with carbs. I've seen some where, oh, you need carbs. Yes, carbs are, the best. And then, oh, carbs make you fat and they just turn right into fat or whatever. You need carbs. Glucose metabolism was the first thing that we studied when we got into metabolic pathways in biochemistry, because glucose metabolism is your body's preferred energy source. It is the most efficient. It's what your body wants to use for energy. Now let me kind of go into why this is the best macro ratio for weight loss. So when you adhere to a macro split like this, you are going to feel your best. Your body needs fats, carbs, and proteins in a proper proportion, and when you adhere to that while in a calorie deficit, you're going to lose weight from the calorie deficit, and because you're giving your body enough fats, carbs, and proteins, you're going to feel good too, because all three are important for hormone regulation. When you give your body sufficient amounts of all three macros, your body is going to function optimally to its fullest potential. Your energy levels are going to be on point. You're going to sleep good. Your mood is going to improve. And your training's going to improve too. When you give your body the nutrients that it needs in a proper proportion, you're going to feel your best. And that's the key with it. You want to feel good. So you need to eat enough calories that you can stick to this for a long time, but you can't eat so many calories that you're not in a calorie deficit. The calorie deficit is still important for sure, but when you combine that with a proper macronutrient split, you are going to feel awesome while you are dieting. You're going to straight up feel great. And that's the key to sustainable nutrition, is how you feel while you're dieting, while you're losing weight. Can you follow this for weeks, months, even years, for the rest of your life? When you learn how to create that, that's when you really gain control over your weight management, your weight loss. And you're going to look better too. When you lose weight, you're downright going to look better. And there's tons and tons of benefits to knowing you look good. There's so many mental benefits to looking at yourself in the mirror and feeling good about your body. Being proud of the body that you've built because you factually look good. So download MyFitnessPal, follow that macro ratio, and you will be losing weight in no time. And here's the thing, you can eat whatever you want. You don't need to only eat these foods and not eat any of these foods. You can eat whatever you want, follow your calories, and follow your macros. It doesn't matter. You want to eat donuts and chicken breast? Fine, go ahead. If you hit your macros, good. You want to eat, I don't know, pizza and drink bone broth. That sounds really weird, but you got fat, carbs, and protein. Eat whatever you want. Eat foods that you like and you enjoy. You hit this macro ratio and the calories, you will lose weight. You straight up will. I don't care what foods you do or don't eat, you will lose weight. You can eat the same thing every day if you want. I actually do that pretty often. Or if variety is the spice of life for you, mix it up. Just hit your calories and hit your macros. That's how you lose weight. Anyone who tells you anything any differently is lying to you. They're trying to sell you something. They're full of crap. They're not painting the whole picture. You are no exception to the laws of thermodynamics, because that's what a calorie is. It's a unit of energy, and you are no exception to that. I don't care what kind of underlying health conditions you have. I don't care how old you are. I don't care what your gender is. You are not an exception to the rule of thermodynamics. If you eat fewer calories, you will lose weight. If you eat enough fats, carbs, and protein in your diet, you will feel good. And if you don't believe me, try this for 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Download MyFitnessPal, set up your calories that I recommended, set up the macro ratio, do it for 2 weeks. Log everything you eat, do it for 2 weeks. You will lose weight and you will feel good. And you'll be able to do it for months and years, and eventually you get to the point where you don't need to track everything. I'm an engineer, like I mentioned, so I have like one of those analytical brains. I really like seeing the numbers. So for the past 4 years, I've been tracking my food in MyFitnessPal and making sure I hit my macros and stuff. But I'm nerdy like that. Not everyone is like that. Some people like the flexibility to just eat whatever and eyeball things, and there's a sense of freedom that comes with that. Good for them. That's not really my cup of tea, but if that's you, go for it. But you must track. Keep track for a little bit. Get that baseline knowledge of how many calories are in the foods that you like to eat. What does a proper macronutrient ratio meal look like? Because when you do that, you're straight up going to feel your best. So there you have it. That is the best macro ratio for weight loss. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And again, if you're new here, subscribe to my channel, turn the notifications on so that you don't miss out on my latest content. I post at least every week videos like this. So yeah, definitely subscribe if you're interested. If you made it to the end, thanks a lot for watching. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you in the next video.